Okay, I'm going to run through some examples of composite shapes. So the first thing I want to do with these shapes, I'm going to look at these four here. I want to split them into smaller, more manageable shapes. So here, this Oklahoma looking shape, I'm going to break it up by, it's going to be the panhandle, and then the square-ish shape here. So these are going to be my two easier shapes to deal with. So here you could, so you could take this whole thing here. Yeah, why don't I do that? Yeah, I can do that. So what I was thinking was you could do this shape here, and then you have a rectangle on the left and a rectangle on the right. Or you could extend this all the way here. So I'm going to do it this way. The other way will work just fine also. So then you'll have this one here, and then you'll have this one here. So in that one you have three different shapes to do. Over here, I'm going to take this rectangle, and then this triangle here. Here you have a half circle, then another half circle, and a rectangle. So that's your first step. Once you do that, what you're left with is a lot simpler things. So let's go back to this first one, and I'm going to find the missing sides. Oops. Sorry. Okay, so first one here. On this green rectangle. Okay, so that's 3. 21 is at the top here. So 21 minus 13 is 8. So the length of the green here is 8. The length of the yellow, I probably shouldn't have used yellow there. The length of the yellow is 13. So the yellow is 13 by 9, and then the green is 3 by 8. So 3 times 8 is 24, because area equals base times height. So area is 3 times 8. Area is 24. So this is 24 here. Then this yellow one is 13 times 9. So A equals 13 times 9. So A is 117. So here, this is 117. So together, 117 plus 8 is 125. Oh, dang. Yeah, so the green was 24 plus 117 equals 125 is the answer. There's no units on here, so just leave it. So that was the green, oh shoot. So that was the yellow 117 and the green 24. You just do each one and then it works out. So this one's going to be the same thing. I'll just run through it real quick. So for the yellow, it's going to be 32. The height of the yellow here the whole thing on the left is 10. I might as well go through it. Yeah. So yellow is 10, and green is 6. We know that's 6 because of this 6 here. That means this is 6, this is 6. That's 4, this is 4, because the red and the yellow height together is 10. What else do we need? Okay, so the whole thing here, so we can do the red one. The red one is 6 times 7. Which is 42. So 42 is this red one. Yellow one is 32 times 4, which is 128. 128. And then the green one is 6 by, okay, so the yellow one is 32. So the whole yellow one is 32 minus 7. Let me write this out and explain it. So this whole line is 32. The red one is 7. So we take out this red part. 32 minus 7. That means what's left here is 25. Then you take out the 8 here. So you take out this part. So subtract another 8. You get 17. So that means this is 17 here. 17 plus 8 plus 7 is 32. Yeah. So the green one is 16 times 7. It's 112. So you would add these 3 numbers up to get your answer. So green, red is here, yellow is here. I realize I didn't write the work for green. So with green it was 17 times 6. Okay, these other two you have different shapes. So for the red one, it's a rectangle, so it's 9 times 8. Base times height, so A is 9 times 8, which is 9 times 8 is 72. For the green one, you have area equals 1/2 base times height. So area equals 1/2, your base is 12. These marks here mean that they're the same. So if that's 12, this is also 12. So it makes it easy for us. 12 and 12. So 12 times 12 is 144, divided by 2 is 72. Right, yeah. Oh, interesting, they're the same. So this one's 72. So 72 plus 72, 72 plus 72 equals 144. So it's not that you're just doubling it, which happened in this case. It's really, that's the green one, that's the yellow one. There's some sort of lag in my highlighter. Let's try that again. That's the yellow one. There we go. Let's try that again. Yellow. Okay, over here. So if that's 20 here, that means this radius right here is 10. And if that's 24, that means this radius here is 12, because the diameter would be twice that. So that's all the information you need to solve this. for the red one, it's going to be A equals 20 times 24. That's 480. For the green one, A equals pi r squared. A equals, the radius is 10, so 10 squared is 100, 100 pi, so area equals 314 point, I don't know, what else is there? 3, so pi times 100, 314.16. Oops. Go back. 314.16. Then for the yellow one, A equals pi r squared again. It's going to be 12 squared. I'm skipping steps, so I'm going to write this step out for you this time. Pi times 12 squared, which is 144 pi. I don't know what that is. 144 times pi. 452.39. 452.39. Okay, there's those. So 452.4. This red one was 480, and then this green one was 314.2. So just add those three up and you'll have your answer. Nope. Trying to scroll. Bear with me. There it is. Okay, so add those three numbers up, you'll have that answer. Okay. Yellow, green. Oh, you can't see that. You can kind of see it. You get the idea. Okay, so those are your basic examples. If you have some like this, it's basically doing it for you, the shading part at least. So I didn't have to go in with my highlighter and mark them up because it marked it up for you already. So it's the same concept as the other one, so if you got the hang of it, you can skip this part. But if you want to keep going, I'll run through these real quick. So you have two squares here. You have the outside square, rectangle, is so the big one is 50 by 80. Then the small one is 60 by 35. So the 50 by 80, 5 times 8 is, this is 400. What you do is you take that, the big one, and you subtract the small one that's inside of it. So 60 times 35 is, oh, I missed a 0. Is 2100. So the blue one is 2100. You subtract it, it's going to be 1900 is the answer. Over here on the right, you still have a big square, a big rectangle. I don't want to keep doing that. So what we're looking at is this 13 and this 10. So it's 13 by 10, which is 130. But you have to subtract these two things. So I'm going to subtract two triangles. So remember, it's 1/2, the base is 4, the height is 3 for the blue one. Then for the green one, the base is 8, the height is 6. So it's 1/2, 8 times 6. So we're still going to the next step. Half of 4 is 2, 2 times 3 is 6. Half of 8 is 4, 4 times 6 is 24. So 130 minus 6 minus 24 is 100. It's a 0. 100. I'm going to erase that. But yeah, that's it. So this is composite shapes. Yeah. Well, okay, there it goes. Okay, so here's examples on composite shapes. If you need to go back over anything, you can rewind the video.